Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger of Illinois. He's a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, thanks so much for being with us. I got to say, we love having you on the show. Thank you so much for coming in. It stinks. It's on a day like today. It just stinks. 49 people killed, massacred while they were praying in mosques in an apparent anti-Muslim, anti-immigrant attack. Your reaction?
Yeah, it's disgusting. I mean, you know, anytime somebody of faith is targeted for any reason, really anytime anybody's targeted innocent for any reason, it's disgusting. To see this is especially disgusting. You know, I am praying for these people, and I know when I say thoughts and prayers are with these folks, I mean it. I mean that this is the time where we need the God of the universe to step in and to change people's hearts. Because for somebody to wake up, decide to grab a bunch of guns, decide to murder innocent people, even if they're a different religion, to me is just the pure epitome of disgusting evil.
You asked for God to change people's hearts.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Does God need to change people's language? And I ask you that because this killer, apparently in a screed, some people call it a manifesto, said he is a supporter of President Trump as a symbol of white identity. Why would anyone see the president as a symbol of white identity?
I think God needs to change people's hearts, and I beg he does. He needs to change their language, but you cannot put this on President Trump.
I'm not putting it on President Trump. There's one man who pulled the trigger here, okay?
Yeah.
The person who is giving a sign of allegiance to President Trump is the killer here. He calls him a symbol of white identity.
Yeah.
The language he uses in this manifesto is all about invaders. It's all about invaders, which is similar language to the killer at the synagogue in Pittsburgh. It's also language that President Trump used in a campaign ad before the midterm election. The word invader means something to white supremacists around the world. Why?
So I think, again, to make the connection of a president saying, I'm concerned, for instance, with illegal immigration.
He says invaders.
Hold on. But to say that, and then to go to a guy that's willing to kill 50 people, he may make a connection and say, President Trump's my idol. That doesn't put it on President Trump. I don't know what a sick man that would decide to kill 49 people innocently was thinking. I don't want to have any idea, frankly, what was in his mind. But what I know is this. It cannot be connected. We cannot sit here and say, what is it that President Trump is doing that's somehow triggering these people? This is an evil man that made a decision to murder 49 people, and that is on him and, frankly, the evil in his heart.
If this monster is hearing something in the word invader, and the president is using the word invader, can the president really not do anything?
Well, I think, look, the president can come out and reaffirm, as he did in his statement, and as we'll see on Twitter, where he's like, this is disgusting. Wrong. He can say it in his verbal language. But for somebody to be triggered to evil and put it in some manifesto, and then the president says things like, look, I don't agree with all the president's language on immigration. I want to be clear about that.
Do you agree with the invasion language?
No, I don't think it's an invasion. I think there are things when it comes to drug cartels and human...
And you've just been at the border, and I know, and I've heard you talk about that. I haven't ever heard you use the word invader there. And I'm just telling you what these people are seeing. And he's using the word, I mean, you know, we're not showing this manifesto, but the title of it is The Great Replacement. Where did we hear replacement? I heard it in Charlottesville, when those white supremacists were chanting, Jews will not replace us. People that the president called very fine people. You know, Twitter is everywhere.
I agree.
Television's everywhere. People hear this. And if you're a monster and you hear the president of the United States say that, what are you supposed to think?
Yeah, so I'm not defending all of the president's language on this stuff. What I am saying, though, is if you look back to the Holocaust, where 6 million Jews were killed, and Hitler basically brought a whole group of people into evil thinking to do what they did, that was way before President Trump. This hate for people, whether it's a religion or whether it's race, has existed since the beginning of humanity. This person, this disgusting animal, is evil. And if President Trump's language triggered him, that wasn't intentional. It wasn't President Trump triggering. It was just saying, though, this is a disgusting person that frankly deserves, I think, to die. I'm not sure what his future is going to be in New Zealand.
Does the president need to stop? If people are perceiving this language to mean something, I mean, does he need to stop using it?
Yeah, again, I'm not going to make the connection, but I do think...
But you can tell the president to stop using it.
Yeah, I think the president shouldn't use terms like invasion and hordes. But I also think, though, that doesn't mean he can't be passionate about the fact that he wants to stop illegal immigration.
You're as passionate as anyone I've ever met. You're as passionate as anyone I've ever met on the issue. You just went to the border, and you came back, and I haven't heard you use the word invader.
No, but I think, though, saying... It's one thing to say change your language or use a different language, but the connection cannot I firmly believe you cannot make a connection to what was said versus
He's
that.
making the killer.
Yeah, he's also a disgusting animal that killed 49
He's
people.
absolutely a disgusting animal here who's hearing something. He is hearing something, and I'm just telling you what he's saying.
Yeah.
All right, North Korea. We just heard breaking news on North Korea. Kim Jong-un, suspending nuclear talks that already happened, but the new language is considering new missile tests. The president came back from this meeting and said he got a promise that Kim Jong-un wasn't going to do missile tests.
It'll be interesting to see. Here's where the president needs to go on this, in my view, is we need to go back to having the stick option on the table. That doesn't mean threatening military action, but that means resuming the large-scale military exercises, making clear we're staying in South Korea, making sure sanctions are enforced. This is the time where we have to inflict pain on North Korea to make it clear they're not going to do what they've been doing for 40 years down the wrong river with us.
You were part of a remarkable vote, in the House of Representatives. 420 to nothing? Yeah. That's pretty unanimous.
Is that the Mueller report? Yeah.
Okay, so this vote was that the House of Representatives, Republicans and Democrats, wants the public release of the Mueller report. House passed that resolution, goes to the Senate, blocked by Lindsey Graham.
I don't know. You have to ask him. I think, look, in my view, America's paying for this Mueller investigation. I said from the beginning, we want to know what's in it. And,
he doesn't, apparently.
I don't know his reason. I just know that he said that. I think it needs to be brought out to public. 420 people in the House of Representatives did. So I think he'll be in good shape.
All right, Adam Kinzinger, Congressman from Illinois. Again, thank you for being with us. Please come back. In one day, it'll be under better circumstances.
Yeah, certainly. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
Awesome.